Classic Ferrari Cup, Event 2, Round 3, Chicago in the rain. Hello everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. We are driving a Ferrari 512 BBLM in our semi-pro specials part of the season in a Classic Ferrari Cup event. We're driving on the streets of Chicago, USA on the underpass ring. We're doing 3 laps. We're driving a sunset in stormy conditions, looks like to me. And we start at 22nd of 22. Now these 3 laps are not very long. They're going to go by really quick. So we got to really get moving. And we got to be careful because when the track is wet, whether it's snow or whether it's water, you're going to slip and slide when you go around corners. So you have to really be careful to let up just before you get to the corner and make sure you're all the way out of the corner before you throttle up so you don't spin your car around. Having said that, we got to try in our very first lap, like I always want to, try and win the race, because if we fall back, we don't have much of a chance of catching these guys. Now, there's some nice straight sections like this, but unless you're right behind the guy, you're not going to be able to get by him. So we got to move it up a little bit, chase some of these cars down, and we get 2 of them there, and that's okay. The good thing is that the track is nice and wide. So being nice and wide, it gives you lots of room. And if you can see, you can see where the corners are coming, and they always, all the cars, always cut really tight on the inside. Now, if you got a race like this where the cars are pretty fast, these classic Ferraris are pretty fast. So when these guys cut the corners tight on the inside, see if you can power by them on the outside. Sometimes they'll let you. I've done it many times before. It just depends on what vehicle you're driving and what kind of track you're on. And whenever there's a straight section, try and rip by them as best you can. You know, that's the best you can do. Now we're in 10th, so we got 9 more cars to pass if we want to win this race. And we're in our second lap. We're coming up close to halfway through our second lap, but we got lots of time. We got lots of time here. This section here, I always like to go really fast and then just hammer on the brakes just before you get here, and then cut the corner tight, because everybody's on the right hand side of the track. So if you take the left hand side, you can get by quite a few of them. So that put us now into 5th and 4th. I hate it when they do that. I always speed right by one guy as soon as I say that. Anyhow, as we're coming along here, we still got 3 more cars ahead of us, but the front one is a little ways away, so he's going to take a little bit of time to catch up to. So our second lap is almost over. We got a little ways to go yet. I just can never get over the graphics in this game, and I love driving through the cities, through Moscow, Chicago, Havana. The graphics are so beautiful in these cities that it's just a joy to drive. Even when you lose the race or you don't do very well, I just love driving it, and I always have a lot of fun. Having said that, we're coming up to the end of our second lap here already. Ooh, and as I get tagged from behind for my troubles. I don't think there was really a need for that, but you know, this is Grid Legends and they do like to hit you every once in a while, so you have to be aware of that and just watch out. Now, this section here, I could have passed them, but I don't want to run into the corner at high speed and then not being able to make the corner and overshooting it. So there's lots of time left. We've got a full lap. And as you know, you've seen it in the first 2 laps, there was a few places where you can pass a little more safely than if I would have tried to overshoot in the corner there. Just do it right here. You know, we still got, a little bit over half a lap left, so we still had time. But when there's a good opportunity, never waste it. Just take it, get by the guy, and keep ripping. Well, I tell you, I really enjoyed this race. It's so much fun driving this little Ferrari. Anyhow, as we're coming up around the corner here, we still got about half a lap to go. So we're just going to keep ripping and trying to stay ahead of the guy. We got a 1.5 second, just a little under 1.5 second lead on him. So we should be okay as long as we keep going like that and we don't run into anything. You know, we're down to, see, we were down to 1 second lead, but now we're ticking back up again. Absolutely awesome. Just keep the pace going. Don't slow down, until you see that checkered flag. Really enjoyed this race, and I hope you did too. Hope to see you back at OpenFed Gaming again real soon. And until then, you've been racing in a classic Ferrari Cup with the OpenFed.